Hello student, in this video we will discuss about the glycolysis. So let's start. So in the pathway of the glycolysis, the pathway is little bit different, or I can say it takes place in two parts. So first part takes place from step number first to step number 4. Then after that this part is little bit different. Yes, this pathway is little bit different. So how it is little bit different, so we will discuss in this video. So student, you know very well the glucose having 6 carbon, yes, and in the presence of ATP, yes, that ATP convert into the ADP and the phosphate group, and for this first step we require hexokinase enzyme. Yes, and this hexokinase enzyme activate this ATP, and then this broken down of ATP takes place, that ADP plus PI. Then this phosphate group get attached with the glucose and form glucose 6 phosphate. Yes, so this is the step first. Glucose is converted into glucose 6 phosphate. For this we require energy, and that energy is given by ATP. Yes, and in the first step glucose is phosphorylated. So student, you need to remember two terms. Number one, phosphorylated means the addition of phosphate group, and dephosphorylated means removal of the phosphate group. Yes, so the first one reaction is also irreversible reaction. Yes, number one. Then number second, this reaction is reversible reaction. So for reversible reaction I have denoted the arrow in the two side, while for the irreversible I have denoted only one arrow in one side. Yes, then student, for this reaction what is taking place? So glucose 6 phosphate is converted into the fructose 6 phosphate. Yes, and this compound also having 6 carbon, and product of this reaction also having the 6 carbon. So there is no difference between the number of the carbon. Yes, then what is taking place? Student, you know very well glucose and the fructose both are isomer. So for this reaction isomerase enzyme is required. Yes, and we can say the phosphohexo isomerase enzyme is required. Yes, and why the name is given phosphohexoisomerase? So isomerase for the isomerase reaction. Yes, phospho because the substrate of this reaction is phosphate is available, and hexo is given because of the 6 carbon. Yes, so step number second we have understand. Now we will discuss about the step number third, and step number third is also irreversible reaction. Yes, and for this reaction also the energy is required, which is given by the ATP, and ATP would convert into the ADP plus phosphate group. Yes, and this phosphate group attach with glucose 6 phosphate and form fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. Yes, and student, you need to remember the number of the carbon are similar in the substrate as well as in the product. Yes, and this reaction also irreversible, and you can see here the phosphofructokinase enzyme is required. Yes, student, you need to remember for the glycolysis the kinase reaction are the irreversible reaction, and rest of the reactions are reversible reaction. Then student, step number 4, this reaction is a very important. So how it does takes place, you can see here. So fructose 1,6 bisphosphate, yes, it is converted into the two product, and both product having 3 carbon, you can see. Yes, and for this reaction we require aldolase enzyme. Yes student, so the product of this reaction is dihydroxyacetone phosphate. This is the first one, and second one is glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. So this is a why this reaction is a very important, because the substrate is converted into the two part, and both part having the 3 carbon. Yes, and then this dihydroxyacetone phosphate get convert into the glycer aldehyde 3 phosphate, and for this reaction we require phosphotriose isomerase. Student, you need to remember, whenever the glycolysis takes place, then this dihydroxyacetone phosphate always convert into the glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. Whenever in the cell the formation of fat takes place or the glycerol is taking place, then in that condition the glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate convert into the dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Why? Because dihydroxyacetone phosphate is the crucial compound for the formation of the fat. Yes, so student, from the step number 4 we having the two molecule of this compound. Yes, glycer aldehyde 3 phosphate. So from this reaction the pathway will takes place for the twice. Yes, so how does it takes place, we'll discuss here. So you can see here the step number 5th. Yes, so for the step number 5th, student, you need to remember, we will discuss this pathway one time, but you need to remember after the step number 4 the whole pathway will takes place 2 times, because there are 2 molecule of glycer aldehyde 3 phosphate. Yes, so what is happening here in this step number 5? Dehydrogenation is taking place. Dehydrogenation means what, student? Removal of the hydrogen. So removal of hydrogen is taking place with the glycer aldehyde 3 phosphate, and those hydrogen atoms is getting attached with the NAD plus and forming the NADH and H plus. Yes, because in this reaction dehydrogenation is taking place, that's why dehydrogenase enzyme is required. Yes, and the name of the enzyme is given because of the name of substrate glycer aldehyde 3 phosphate dehydrogenase. Apart from that, what is happening here, student, you need to remember, because the arrow is two-sided, that's why this reaction is reversible reaction. So then what the product is formed here, you can see 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate. Yes, so student, you need to remember, beside the dehydrogenation, phosphorylation is also taking place. Why? Because in this substrate we having the 1 phosphate group, but in the product we having 2 phosphate group, 1,3 bisphospho, means 2 phosphate group is present in this product. That's why the phosphorylation is also taking place with the dehydrogenation, and this product also having the 3 carbon. Then student, in the step number 6, what does takes place? It is a very important. Why it is a very important? Because the first ATP molecule is forming in this reaction. Yes, so how does it takes place? Because we know in the last product we have this phosphate, extra phosphate group. Yes, 2 phosphate group is present. So what is happening here? 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate is getting converted into the 3-phosphoglycerate. Means what? 1 phosphate group is removing from this substrate, and that phosphate group is attaching with the ADP and forming the ATP. Yes, so student, here we can understand, because 1 ATP I am showing here, but you know very well, I have told you the 2 times this pathway takes place after the fourth steps. That's why 2 ATP would be formed here. And for this reaction is reversible. For this reaction we require 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate kinase enzyme, and this one also having the 3 carbon. Then what will happen in this step number 7? Student, you need to remember, this one is also a reversible reaction. And what is happening here? The phosphate group from the glycerate is shifting from the carbon number 3rd to the carbon number 2nd. That's why it is forming 2-phosphoglycerate. Yes, this is also containing 3 carbon, and for this reaction we require phosphoglycerate mutase enzyme. Yes. Then student, this is the very important reaction step number 8. So why it is important? Because in this reaction what is happening, ions Mg plus 2 is required. Student, you need to remember for the magnesium ion, if in the cytoplasm magnesium ion are present, then this reaction is takes place or glycolysis is takes place. If magnesium ion concentration is less, so there will be more concentration of fluoride ion, and this fluoride ion always inhibit the glycolysis process. So step number 8 is very important because it takes place in the presence of magnesium ion only, and for this reaction we require enolase enzyme. Yes. And in this reaction water is removing from the 2-phosphoglycerate compound, and this reaction is also is reversible reaction. And what is the product name? Product name is phosphoenol pyruvate. Yes. And this product also having the 3 carbon. Then student, you need to remember the last and the final, very important, this is the formation of the pyruvate. Yes, in this step pyruvate is formed, and this reaction is irreversible reaction because it is taking place in a kinase enzyme, and for this reaction we require pyruvate kinase enzyme, and in this reaction 1 ATP is formed. Why? Because this phosphate group is removed from the phosphoenol pyruvate and form the ADP, converting into the ATP and form the pyruvate. So pyruvate always form in the presence of the oxygen, and when the oxygen is absent in our body or in the cytoplasm, so what does takes place, you can understand here. Then this in the absence of an anaerobic condition or lack of the oxygen, this step will takes place, that pyruvate get converted into the lactate. How? For this reaction lactate dehydrogenase enzyme is required, and for here the coenzyme also required. There's NADH, and H plus would convert into the NAD plus. Yes. And this reaction is also reversible whenever the lactate concentration is more, so that lactate would convert into the pyruvate. That we will this pathway will discuss in the next video. Then student, I want to tell you first thing, what is the important thing for the glycolysis. Number 1, the step number 1st, step number 3rd, and step number 9. These 3 steps are irreversible, and rest of the steps are reversible. Yes, student, then I want to tell you the 8 ATP are generated in the glycolysis. So how? Because the 10 ATP are formed in the glycolysis, but 2 ATP is required to start the glycolysis process. So how these 2 ATP are required? So you can see here in step number 1st and step number 3rd, we require 2 ATP. That's why 2 ATP get decrease from the whole glycolysis pathway. Then student, I want to tell you how the 10 ATP are generated. So student, you know, here in the step number 6 and in the step number 9, 2 ATP are generated, and after the I have told you after the 4th step this pathway will takes place for the 2 time. That's why 2 ATP actually these are not 2 ATP, these are 4 ATP. Yes. Then this NADH. So NADH can generate equal amount of energy, equal amount of energy of 3 ATP in the electron transport chain. So here 2 NADH is generated because after the 4th step it is taking place. So 2 NADH can generate 6 ATP. So 4 ATP and 6 ATP, when we add these ATP, so we will get 10 ATP. But you need to remember the NADH is not ATP, but it can generate the equal amount of energy to the 3 ATP in electron transport chain. That's why we are calculating these into the 10, and the 10 is generated by the glycolysis, but in the step number first and in the step number third, the 2 ATP are required for those reactions. That's why in the whole process 8 ATP are generated. So this is all about the glycolysis process. Hopefully you understood, and if you didn't get, so you can ask me at the comment box. Thank you.